busy. I know the weather's a bit yuck, so hopefully it won't stay like that, it'll brighten up. So we're going to be starting seated on your mat. So I'm going to recommend that you sit either on your yoga block or a cushion or a rolled up blanket, just to give you a little bit more height and a little bit more length and a little bit more space. Get yourself nice and comfortable, sit up nice and tall. And the options maybe just to shimmer side to side before we start, or maybe a nice easy circle. Hands can be relaxed, shoulders relaxed. So your choice, either shimmer from side to side or join me in circling round. And if you're circling, just change direction. And then come back to center and just slowly drop the chin down towards the chest, stretching out maybe down the back of the neck. I'm just going to turn the music up. Slowly bring the chin up. Slowly release the right ear down towards the right shoulder. Just nice and easy. Slowly come to center. Slowly release the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Nice and easy. Slowly come to center. Release the right ear to the right shoulder. Slowly circle, half circle, chin comes towards the chest. Just pause here for a moment. Slowly circle, left ear towards that left shoulder. Pause in here for a moment. Slowly bring the chin back to the chest. Right ear back towards that right shoulder. Slowly come all the way back to center. Left ear to left shoulder. Slowly circle, half circle, chin to the chest. Pause in here. Slowly bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. Just pause here for a moment. Slowly come back to center. Slowly, left ear to left shoulder. Slowly come up to center. Close the eyes. Hands can be resting on the thighs or the knees, palms down or palms up, or maybe the hands are resting on the feet. Just bring the awareness to the breath flowing in and out the nose. And then slowly bring the awareness down towards your seat bones. Is the weight even between both seat bones? Bring the awareness to the spine. Is that spine nice and long, just those natural curves? Is there length in the neck? Making sure you're not jutting the chin up, which I'm guilty of doing, or not overly tucking that chin. Crown of the head towards the ceiling. Bring the awareness to the shoulders. Are they relaxed? Are the shoulder blades in neutral on the back of the rib cage? Bring the awareness to your face. Soften the forehead, the space between the eyebrows. Soften the jaw. Just allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. And then slowly bring the awareness back to the breath. The air flowing in, the air flowing out. And then just keep the awareness on the breath. And if your mind wanders, no judgment. Just try not to interact with any thoughts that spring into the head. Just slowly bring the focus back to the breath. The air flowing in, the air flowing out. And slowly start to deepen the breath. Maybe inhaling for the count of 3, maybe exhaling for the count of 3, your equal breath. And maybe stay with the count of 3. Maybe deepen the breath, inhaling and exhaling for the count of 4. Whatever feels comfortable for you this evening. Then maybe either staying with this equal breath and going back to your natural breath, but still inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Slowly bring the palms together at heart center. And keeping the eyes closed, inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Stretch up nice and long. Check that the length is in the neck still. And as you exhale, slowly bring the palms together. Slowly bring the hands down through to heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And as you exhale, slowly release the hands down through to heart center. Interlace the fingers to make one big fist. Circle out the wrists. Slowly change direction of those wrist circles. And release the fingers, bring the hands together at heart center. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And as you exhale, bring the palms together and slowly start to flutter the eyes open. Hands down through to heart center. Lengthen out the arms, flex the hands, point the fingertips up towards the ceiling. And maybe bring the right hand towards the left fingers. Keep that thumb out wide. Stretching out the left wrist, the left forearm. And release. Flex both hands. Bring the left hand towards the right fingertips. Stretching out the right wrist, the right forearm. Slowly bring the hands back through to heart center. And then just remove the block, your pillow or your cushion. And then slowly come round to tabletop, set your base. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Knees are underneath the hips. Spread the fingers wide. Come to that neutral spine. So the pelvis is in neutral, shoulder blades on the back of the rib cage in neutral. Cat-cow. Working with your own range of movement and your own breath pattern, whether it's your equal breath or your natural breath. Take a nice long inhale. As you exhale, slowly curl the spine and come into cat. As you inhale, slowly uncurl, coming into cow. Check that you're not dumping that belly down towards the floor and you're not jutting the chin up. Keep looking down towards the mat. Exhale, cat. And then slowly uncurl. Come into a nice easy cow. Do a couple more in your own time. And then we'll meet in our tabletop. Pelvis in neutral, shoulder blades are in neutral. Gently draw the lower ribs in, activating the core and that lower belly. Tuck the toes. Coming into our knee hover. Take a nice deep breath in. Float the knees off the floor. Check that the shoulders are still over the wrists. Knees are off the floor, half an inch, maybe an inch. Check in with the breath. Next exhale, slowly lower the knees down towards the floor. Release the tops of the feet to the floor. Activate the right glute, float the right knee off the floor, knee stays bent, and slowly coming into hip circles. Working with your own range of movement. And then slowly change direction. Keep squeezing that right glute. Slowly come back to tabletop, tuck the toes, activate the core. Take a nice deep breath in, float the knees off the floor, check that the shoulders are over the wrists, knee hover, breathe wide and full, lovely long spine. Next exhale, lower the knees to the floor, release the tops of the feet to the floor, squeeze that left glute, hip circles on the left. Slow and controlled. Try and keep that pelvis in neutral, change direction. My core is still activated, so I'm drawing the lower ribs in. And then slowly bring that knee back down, tabletop. Check your base, shoulder blades in neutral, pelvis in neutral, tuck the toes. One more knee hover, activate the core. Inhale, float the knees off the floor, hold it here. If you need to float the knees down, please do so. One more breath. Exhale, lower the knees down. Your option, which knee you bring forward first. We're coming into a halfway lift at the front of your mat. Bending those knees, keep that spine nice and long. Hip hinge all the way up to standing. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach the arms out and up. Fingertips point up towards the ceiling. Soften the knees. As you exhale, bring the hands down through to heart center. Bring the hands to the hip creases. And on your next exhale, soften the knees, bend the knees, keep the length in the spine as you hip hinge halfway. Look down towards the floor. Check that you're not jutting that chin up. Push down through the feet. Bring your focus to the hamstrings as you slowly, on an inhale, come all the way up. Squeeze the glutes, reach the arms out in front, up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring the hands down through to heart center, hands to the hip creases, hip hinge, halfway, core is on. Push down through the feet, hamstrings are working as you come all the way up, nice and slow. Squeeze the glutes, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, slowly bring the hands down through to heart center, hands to the hip creases, hip hinge halfway. Keep the length in the spine, the knees are bent. Inhale, slowly come all the way up, using the hamstrings, the core's on, switch the glutes on, bring the arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Keep the length in the arm, the length in the spine, push down evenly between both feet. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale, center. Slowly bring the hands all the way down through the heart center. Warm up some salutation. Take a nice deep breath in, release the arms. Check that pelvis is in neutral. We're going to hip hinge all the way down. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, slowly bring the hands down through to heart center or the hip creases. Hinge forward, bend the knees, keep the length in the spine. Slowly come down, bend the knees, plant the hands down on the floor. Shoulders are over the wrists. Step the right foot back, right knee down. Keep the right toes tucked. Slowly come into your kneeling lunge or kneeling crescent. Pelvis is in neutral. You're looking straight ahead. Exhale, soften forward, place the hands, shoulders over the wrists, bring the right knee off the floor, left foot back, plank, lower the knees to the floor. Check that the pelvis is in neutral, shoulder blades in neutral, core is on, glutes are on. Start to bend the elbows are pointing back, keep the chest open, slowly lower all the way down. And inhale, come up to cobra, just a nice baby cobra to start off with. Imagine that you're pulling the mat back with the hands. Tops of the feet are in contact with the floor, pubic bone. Activate the inner thigh, the glutes are on, looking down towards the floor. On your next exhale, just soften slightly, tuck the toes. Inhale, up to the knees. Exhale, push the hips up and back. Coming into your first down dog. Check your base, spread the fingers wide. Lengthen the arms, lengthen the armpit. Weight even between the hands and the feet. Don't worry if the heels don't touch the floor. And then just soften the knees slightly. Keep the length of the spine, especially that lower back, head and neck are nice and relaxed. And then slowly raise the heels, coming onto the balls of your feet. Heel raise. Slowly lower the heels down. Inhale, heel raise, or your calf raise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, heel raise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, heel raise. Exhale, lower. Stay here. Take a nice long inhale. Slowly exhale out from the mouth. Lower the knees to the floor. Step the right foot forward. Kneeling lunge. Top of the left foot, press it down in towards the mat. Press the right foot down into the back. Reach the fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. Pelvis in neutral. So you're pushing down for the right foot, pushing down to the top of the left foot. On your next exhale, hinge forward, plant the hands, step the left foot forward, halfway lift with a lovely long spine. Bring the hands through to heart center, hip hinge all the way up. Inhale, lengthen the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hip hinge. So you can keep those arms long or bring them through to heart center this time round. Plant the hands, make sure you've got lots of bend in the knees. Left foot comes back, left knee down. Keep the left toes tucked. Reach the arms all the way up, kneeling crescent or kneeling lunge. Exhale, soften forward. Bring the left knee off the floor. Step the right foot back, plank, lower the knees. Pelvis is neutral. Core is on, glutes are on. Shoulder blades on the back of the rib cage in neutral. Bending the elbows, slowly, slowly lower all the way down, nice and slow. Keep the chest open. Lengthen the spine, tops of the feet in contact with the floor of the pubic bone. Pull that mat back. Lift up into a nice low cobra. Breathe wide and full. Nice long inhale. As you exhale, soften slightly, tuck the toes, push up to the knees. Down dog. May step the feet in a little to shorten the base. Checking the base. Weight even between the hands and the feet. Soften the knees. Lovely long spine. Heel raises. Take a nice deep breath in. Come up to the balls of the feet. As you exhale, lower the heels down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Hold it here. Check the head and neck nice and relaxed. Take a nice long inhale. Open the mouth, slowly exhale out. Lower the knees to the floor. Step the left foot forward. Knee in lunge, right toes are tucked. Pushing down through the left foot, push down through the right ball of the right foot. Reach fingertips all the way up towards the ceiling. Pelvis in neutral. On your next exhale, hinge forward, plant the hands, step the right foot forward. Hip hinge all the way up. And as you exhale, lower the hands down through to heart center. Take a breath here. Hope you're nice and warm now. Step the right foot back, coming into crescent. Check your base. Check that that pelvis is in neutral. You're not on one line. Your feet are hip width apart. And then bend that right knee a little bit more. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath in. Push down through the left foot. Step the right foot forward. Step the left foot back. Coming into crescent. Bend that left knee a little bit more. Hold that there. Inhale, step forward. Release the hands down. Exhale, crescent. Right leg back. Left knee forward. Step it forward, left knee comes back. So crescent with the right leg forward, step forward. I'm going to repeat that, right leg back, step it forward, left leg back, step it forward. So I'm bringing my arms up as I come back into crescent and lowering them as I step forward. So keep going. This will get your heart rate going. As you step back, pelvis stays in neutral. Core is activated, and I've lost count how many we've done. Let's do 2 more each leg. One more each leg. And this time, step the right foot back, come into crescent, hold it there, check your base. Check in with the breath. Inhale, lengthen that front leg out. As you exhale, open out into a left leg, warrior 2. Left leg is bent, left knee is rustling along with that left ankle. Rooting down through both feet, rising up through the crown of the head. Option to gaze down that left middle finger or straight ahead. Checking that the outside edge of that right foot's in contact with the mat. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Core is on. Activate those glutes. Release the right hand down to that right thigh. Lengthen that left arm all the way up and gaze out to the side. Side bend, your reverse warrior. And release that right ear down towards the right shoulder. So we've got a nice side stretch coming down here on the left side. Hold that there, head and neck are relaxed. Inhale, slowly come back to center. And as you exhale, just lower the left arm down towards that left thigh. Try not to dump all your weight on it. We're going to try and think about lifting up. So use that core, lifting up. And then slowly release that right bicep by that right ear and release the left ear down towards that left shoulder. Keep lifting up rather than lowering the body down towards that thigh. Hold it there. Sweep that right arm back. Right hand catches the right hip. Look down towards the mat. Slowly swivel that right foot down. Bring that right knee down towards the floor. Hinge forward from the hips. Place the right hand down. Right shoulder, right wrist. Place the left hand on the left thigh. Nice easy rotation. Maybe heel toe the left foot out a little bit more to give a little bit more space. Leaning back into that right shoulder blade. Release the right ear down towards that right shoulder. Hold it there. And maybe extend the left arm all the way up to the ceiling. And on your next inhale, slowly release that left arm down under the left left leg, and round out the upper back. Keep the pelvis in neutral, just round out across that mid-back, the thoracic spine. Then inhale, lengthen out that right arm. Hold it here, leaning back into the right shoulder blade. Releasing that right ear down towards the right shoulder. Next exhale, release that left arm, threading it under, round out the upper back. Think about drawing the ribs away from that left thigh, core is on. And as you inhale, slowly lengthen out the left arm, leaning back, relaxing that ear down. Now gaze down towards that right hand. Left hand grabs the left hip. Slowly slide that left leg back. We're coming into modified side plank. So take your time getting into this base. Right shoulder over right wrist. Keeping the left foot on the floor. So the sole of my left foot is in contact with the floor. Gaze down towards that right hand. Keep the core activated. Activate the glutes, hip extension, holding it here. Then release the left hand, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. So keeping that left foot in contact with the floor. Either keep here or maybe bring the left arms, the left bicep by that left ear. Keep looking down towards the floor. And feel that nice long stretch from the left fingertips all the way down the upper body. Maybe round that left hip. Keep breathing. And then release the left hand down. From here, swivel the hips round, step the left foot forward, coming into a kneeling lunge with the left foot forward. Bring the hands through to heart center, lengthen the spine. Inhale, as you exhale, rotate to the left. Slowly come back to center, rotate back to the left. Slowly come back to center, rotate to the left. Slowly back to center. One more. Back to center. Now from here, you might want to watch first. I'm just going to cross my foot over. So you can either come into your cow face. If I just swivel around, you can see. You've got your option to stay here. You can either come into easy cross-legged, or this right leg can stay out nice and long. I can feel the stretching around here. Around my glutes. Sit up nice and tall. A few deep breaths here. And then slowly just roll the shoulders back. Get the shoulder blades moving. And then release. Bring that left leg forward, crawl back into your kneeling lunge. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Step the right foot forward, halfway lift, lovely long spine. Check you're not jutting that chin out. Hands can come to either the hip creases or hands through to heart center or long arms. As you push down, use those hamstrings, squeeze the glutes at the top. Slowly release the hands back down through to heart center. Step the left foot back, crescent. Lengthen out the arms, bend that left knee a little bit more, check that the pelvis is in neutral, activate the core. Push down through the right foot, step the left foot forward, release the arms. Right foot back, fingertips up towards the ceiling, check that the pelvis is in neutral, release the arms, step forward. Just carry on in your own time, stepping back into that crescent, but more of a lunge and stepping it forward. Keep the core activated. And that back leg, as it comes back, just squeeze that glute. Again, I've lost count. So from here, you can either rest or we can do 2 more each leg. Does get the heart rate up. 1 more. Step forward, and this time, right crescent. So, right legs forward, right knees bent. I'm on the balls of my right foot, pelvis in neutral, core's on, left glutes on. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, open out and soften down into warrior two. Check your base. Either gaze out to the side or gaze down the right fingertips, checking that your shoulders are stacked over the hips. Core is on, activate the glutes. So think about drawing the seat bones in, rooting down through the feet, rising up through the crown of the head. Check in with the breath. Release the left arm, left leg. Slowly reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Reverse warrior, so your side bend. And just release the left ear towards the left shoulder. Check you're not leaning back. Keeping that nice side stretch, opening out the right side of the body. Inhale, slowly come back to warrior two. As you exhale, right arm, right thigh, modified side angle, core is on. Try to lift up so you're not dumping all the weight into that leg. Then maybe bring the left bicep by the left ear. Nice long stretch from the tips of your fingers, left fingers all the way down towards that left ankle. Releasing the right ear towards the right shoulder. Slowly bring the left arm back, left hand catches the left hip. Gaze down towards the mat, swivel the left foot down, slowly lower the knee down towards the floor. Bring the left hand down, left shoulder over left wrist, right hand on that right thigh, maybe heel toe that foot out slightly. Nice easy rotation. Releasing the left ear down towards the left shoulder. So you can either gaze down towards the mat, your feet, or just slightly out to the side. With the option of reaching the right fingertips up towards the ceiling, leaning back into the left shoulder blade, core is on. Exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left. Pull up the ribs away, so activate the core, round out that back slightly. Inhale, open the arm out. Exhale, thread the arm through. Inhale, fingertips point up towards the ceiling, relaxing that head and neck. Right hand, right hip, look down towards the left hand, and then just slowly slide that right leg back, just taking your time, checking your base, left shoulder, left wrist, right foot flat on the floor. Activate the core, activate the glutes. Reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling, gaze down towards that left hand. Either keep the right hand here or bring the right bicep along by that right ear. Nice long stretch on the right side of the body. And slowly release the right hand down, hips are square to the mat. Step the right foot forward, coming in to your kneeling crescent. Bring the hands through to heart center, lengthen the spine. Rotate to the right, slowly back to center. The rotation is coming from your mid-back, your thoracic spine, not from the lower back. It's not the shoulders. We've got one more. Keep the length in the spine. Slowly come back to center. This time the right foot is going to cross over the left. Just sit here nice and tall. You can either come to easy cross-legged or you can extend that left leg out nice and long. And then just slowly roll the shoulders back, moving those shoulder blades. Let's do one more each side. Slowly bring that right foot forward. Slowly come back into your kneeling lunge. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Take a nice deep breath in. Hinge forward. Plant the hand. Step the left foot forward. Hip hinge all the way up. Use those hamstrings, the glutes. Squeeze at the top. Release the hands down through to heart center. Release the hands. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, lower the hips back, coming into a squat. Checking that you're not tilting the pelvis. You're not tucking that tailbone under. Keep the pelvis in neutral. Keep the chest open. As you exhale, lower the hips down a little bit more. Maybe, maybe not. And then from here, just slowly come all the way down. And then slowly, either grab your block, you can sit on your block or you can sit on your cushion, or you can use it. We're coming into double pigeon. Right foot under, foot is flexed. Left foot on top. So your options are, you can sit on your block, if that feels more comfortable for you. You can place the block. So I've got my block on my right foot underneath my left leg. You can stay here, sit up nice and tall. Option to bring the lower arms down onto your thighs. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can lean forward maybe onto the fingertips. Keep that chest open. So please make sure you use your block to help you, or your rolled up blanket or your cushion to sit on, or use them in between the leg and the foot. And then just bring the focus and awareness back to the breath. Either your natural breath pattern or your equal breath. And you have the option, if you're not using the block for your legs or sitting on it, you can rest your lower arms on the block or your cushion. And if your arms are forward, slowly bring the lower arms towards the thighs, holding it here. Slowly come up nice and tall, but don't worry if you're already here. And just slowly release the legs. Maybe give them a gentle massage, maybe give them a little shake, whichever feels comfortable for you. And then double pigeon with the left leg on the bottom, flex the left foot. May feel slightly different. I have a little bit more of a gap this side. I have to do a few breaths before it comes down any lower. So again, block can be between the knee and the foot, or you can sit on it or your cushion. Sit up nice and tall. Option of bringing the lower arms down onto your legs. Both feet are flexed, so they're active. Chest is open. Then you can stay here. Maybe you need to come a little bit more upright. Your choice for this evening. You can rest your forearms on your block. And over your equal breath, your own natural breath pattern, keeping the awareness on the breath. And if your hands or lower arms are in the front of your body, either on the mat or on your block, slowly bring them all the way up to the lower arms, rest on the legs, chest is open. Slowly we'll all meet back up nice and tall, weight even on both seat bones. Just remember that each time, release those legs, that each time you practice, you may feel slightly different. You can either wiggle your legs and massage them out. You're going to feel slightly different depending on what you've done that day or the day before. We're coming down onto our backs now. So your option is to put on an extra layer or put your socks on. And just slowly curl down. Feet are flat on the floor, knees are bent. Just a few breaths here. Slowly float the left foot up, left knee's in line with the left hip. Float the right foot off the floor, right knee, right hip. And hands can either be relaxing on the body or down by the sides. And just slowly circle the hips nice and slow. And then slowly change direction. Come back to center, bring the right foot down, bring the hands to the back of the left hamstring. You can relax the left lower leg. Slide that right leg out nice and long so it's resting against the mat. Flex the right foot so its toes point up towards the ceiling. Then slowly point the toes away. And then you're on tippy toes. Flex the foot. Point the toes. Flex the foot. And then point the toes. The last one, flex that foot. And then slowly point the toes. And then slide that right foot back in, right foot flat on the floor. Gently release the left foot. Float the right foot off the floor. Hands round the back of the right thigh on the hamstrings. Maybe release the right lower leg. Slowly slide out that left leg. Upper body is nice and relaxed. Flex the left foot. Point the toes. Flex the foot. And just bring your awareness as you flex the foot where the sensation changes. Point the toes. They feel slightly different around the ankles. Top of the foot, bottom of the foot. Flex the foot. Point the toes. Last one, flex that foot. Point the toes. And then slowly slide that left foot back in. Slowly float the left foot off the floor. Bring the hands to the outside edges of the thighs. Upper arms are in contact with the floor, elbows are bent. And just slowly allow the legs to open out wide, coming into a reclined frog. So the thighs are resting in the hands, supported by the arms, elbows bent, upper arms on the floor. Open out the chest, you're broad across the collarbone. Check that you're not jutting that chin up and it's not overly tucked. And slowly circle the ankles. And then change direction. And then slowly bring the legs in together, float one foot down and then the other foot down. Slowly heel toe the feet out wide, maybe to the outside edges of the mat. Allow the knees to fall in. And then maybe place the hands on the belly. Close the eyes. Bring the awareness back to the breath. The air flowing in. The air flowing out. And then bring your awareness to your feet, the soles of your feet in contact with the mat. Bring your awareness to the knees touching. Bring your awareness to the pelvis, the back of the hips in contact with the floor. Is that pelvis in neutral? Bring your awareness to the shoulder blades in contact with the floor. The back of the head. Bring awareness to your face. Soften the forehead. Soften the space between the eyebrows. The cheeks are relaxed. Relax the jaw. And allow the tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. And slowly bring the awareness back to the breath. The air flowing in, the air flowing out. And maybe stay like this, coming into Shavasana. Or maybe bring the knees apart. Maybe extend one leg out. Maybe extend the other leg out. And allow the feet to fall open to the side. Maybe release the backs of the hands down towards the floor, so the palms facing up towards the ceiling. Or maybe if it feels more comfortable for you, roll onto one side in a fetal position. Keep the awareness on the breath, the air flowing in, the air flowing out. And at any time during your Shavasana, if you need to change position, please do so. And then bring awareness back to your body, the parts of the body that are in contact with the mat. Soften the fingers, soften the toes. Soften the muscles. And just allow the whole of the body to melt down into the mat, to the earth below. Allow the body to feel heavy. Allow the breath to soften and slow down. And just allow the body to absorb your practice. Slowly start to bring awareness back to the breath. Take a nice long inhale. Open the mouth. Slowly exhale. 2 more. Nice long inhale. Open the mouth. Slowly exhale out. Last one. Slowly start to bend one knee, slide the foot in. Bend the other knee, slide that foot in. And just a nice, easy winding of the knees. Just nice and easy from side to side. There's a small range of movement. Gentle massage of that lower back. Eyes are still closed. And then just gently roll to one side, keep the eyes closed. Slowly pull all the way up to an easy cross-legged. Maybe grab the block or your cushion or your rolled up blanket to sit on. And once you get there, hands can be on the thighs or the knees or the feet. Bring your awareness back to the breath. The air flowing in, the air flowing out. And bring your awareness back to the seat bones. Weight even in both seat bones. Bring your awareness to the spine. Is it nice and long or just those natural curves? Is the neck lengthened in line with the rest of the spine? Check that you're not tucking the chin in or jutting the chin out. Crown of the head towards the ceiling. Bring awareness back to the breath. Air flowing in, air flowing out. Bring awareness back to the face, the head. The jaw is relaxed. The forehead is softened. Bring awareness back to the breath. No judgment if your mind wanders. Just slowly bring it back to the breath. Try not to interact with any thoughts that come to the mind. Slowly bring the palms together, hands through to heart center. And slowly bow the head down towards the fingertips. Thank you very much for joining me this evening and allow me to guide you through your practice. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you find peace within. Slowly bring the head up. Slowly start to flutter the eyes open. From my heart to yours, thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that flow today. If you have any questions, you can either type them in here or you can direct message me on Instagram or email me. I'm just going to read, see if there's any questions. But thank you very much. Thank you for enjoying me. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you for your recommendations for the serpent. I will have a look at that. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you. Thank you very much. And hopefully I shall see you maybe next Wednesday, but I'll send you an email once I sort